When Naughty Dog released the first trailer for their new IP, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, late last year, it didn't go over very well amongst gamers, as you can see by the like to dislike ratio on the official Naughty Dog YouTube channel for the trailer. But more interesting than just the like to dislike ratio was the fact that Naughty Dog released the trailer and turned off comments right away, as if to suggest that they weren't expecting gamers to really like the trailer, which seems kind of contrary to a company that's supposed to produce entertainment releasing something that they don't expect the audience to like. But now this new story coming out from, or at least coming out about an interview from the lead actress, seems to shine a little bit more light on the mindset of the people working on the game. But before we get into all that, if you're new to the channel here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you can, leave a comment, hit the like button because it helps out with the channel. So I have this article from The Gamer with this headline: the same people that were hating are gonna play that game. Intergalactic star Tati Gabrielle responds to trailer Backlash. So this is her being asked about the response to the trailer, and this is, I think, indicative of the mindset of the people at Naughty Dog. Yeah, we don't care if people like the game or not because they're still just gonna shut up and play it anyway. It's like, well, okay, if that's really what you feel. We've seen time and time again these last couple of years when a lot of companies start being antagonistic towards the audience. It really hasn't worked out too well for them, but let's hear what she has to say about this. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet lead in Total Legend. That's a little bit editorializing if I do say so myself. Tati Gabrielle has responded to all of the unearned backlash the reveal trailer got and said that it's only motivated her to work even harder. Okay, I mean, yeah, ignore criticism all you want. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Although Naughty Dog has gotten its fair share of flack over the past few years for focusing too much on remasters instead of new projects, it's still one of the best developers out there by a country mile. That's why we were all looking forward to finding out what its next big game after The Last of Us 2 was going to be. Now, I won't take anything away from Naughty Dog's past because, yes, they have released a lot of amazing games in the past. But the problem is current Naughty Dog, with the current people that are at the company, aren't really responsible for a lot of the great games that the company has produced in the past. Basically, what they're responsible for is the remaster. So repackaging someone else's work. And yeah, Last of Us Part 2, which is a game that didn't really go over too well with audiences, even if critics were falling over themselves to praise it. Those hopes were answered at the Game Awards, where it was revealed that Naughty Dog was making a new sci-fi adventure called Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, which stars Naughty Dog alum Tati Gabrielle. Sadly, Intergalactic was instantly met with a ton of backlash simply due to the fact that it's another game from the studio that stars a woman. No, it wasn't getting backlash because it stars a woman. We've seen a lot of games this last year that star women or feature heavily women or other strong female characters that went over really well with audiences. Stellar Blade is a prime example of a game that stars a woman, but still a lot of audiences like it. People don't like this because they don't like the current leadership at Naughty Dog and some of the questionable things that they've done in the past, like filing illegal and false copyright strikes on YouTube videos for talking badly about their games, and other things like that is a example of something that Naughty Dog has done in the past that really hasn't garnered goodwill with audiences. But having the lead actress of your next game basically telling people to shut up and play the game anyway, like a good, I don't know, good sheep or something, is probably not a good way to endear yourself with audiences. So this is a post shared over to X with a video clip of the interview with the post reading Tati Gabrielle on the hatred and controversy Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet got and why it motivated her to go even harder working on the game. And this is her quote here. The same people that were hating are going to play the game, and guess what? They are going to love it, so they can be mad. Okay, I don't think people are going to love it while also being mad at the same time, or maybe she's just saying that people are initially not going to like the game and then come around to it. If that's really what she was trying to get at, that's not really the best approach to endearing yourself to the audience. I think a better approach would basically be saying like, okay, I can understand why people might have reservations about this game, or why people might not be sold on the concept already, but if you give it a chance, we think that you'll like it. I think saying something along those lines would probably be better than just saying like, yeah, you haters are going to hate, but they're still going to love it anyway because everyone plays our games because it's Naughty Dog. At the same time, Gabrielle says it's been empowering for her and that she wants to change the world by meeting She also says that the backlash has caused her to go 10 times harder in the role, that she's taking the negativity and use it as a motivation to prove any of the doubters wrong. It's sad to see that video games, even more than TV and film, you have so much world to play with. We can demonstrate what the world can be in a way, in the worlds we could never dream of. To know that there was so much hatred and so much backlash, it was hurtful. Tati Gabrielle, okay, that's according to her. So, okay, this is what she's using as motivation. Now, addressing this is one thing, because she was kind of asked about this in an interview, so I really won't begrudge her for responding accordingly. I think she could have made better responses, especially since she even said previously that she was basically taught by Naughty Dog how to deal with a lot of this backlash. According to her, she went to a kind of like a boot camp in the lead up to the release of the trailer, just to kind of like teach her like how to deal with a lot of the negativity surrounding it, because Neil Druckmann was one of the people working on this who was expecting that the audience reaction to it was not going to be positive, which again raises questions. Why would you release something in an entertainment medium that you don't expect audiences to like? But looking at this article from a couple months ago when she was talking about expecting the backlash, there's this quote right here. But once I said, okay, here I'll just read the previous paragraph in the lead up to it. So, reacting on the backlash leveled towards her, both her and Jordan's character following Intergalactic's reveal, Gabrielle explained, I got a lot of love, but there was a lot of hate over me being a woman, me being a woman of color. Okay, that's not why people are hating on her, but whatever. Me having my head shaved, all these things that I didn't even actually initially see. I'm out of the social media zeitgeist for that reason, and you probably should stay out of it if you, just getting involved with it and addressing the backlash is only going to serve to hurt the sales results of the game. But once I said, she continued, Neil was like, ignore it, no matter what, me and you, we're going to make something beautiful. We're going to make something that we're proud of. And I would actually encourage her to stick by that and just ignore any of this instead of addressing it. This is something that she really hasn't been able to do. Shortly after the trailer was released and got a bunch of backlash, she shared this post on her Instagram. This wasn't created by her. This was created by someone else. And then she shared it with the caption, "You mad, bro?" The actual text on it just says, "Fragile masculinity, 100% incel tears, so DEI-licious." Now, when I saw this, I thought it was funny because I just love bad puns and all that stuff. So, this is just kind of a funny post, but it's not really a smart thing to do, to be openly antagonistic towards the fan base, towards the people that you need to buy your product in order for it to be successful. But this was just kind of like something that happened right after the trailer was released. And then that was it. Then we hear that she was told like not to even address criticism, something that she really hasn't seemed to take to heart. And then this new interview coming out basically saying like, yeah, people are going to buy it regardless of whether or not they like it. And I think this mindset is why a lot of these games that we've seen the past couple of years have failed to actually sell for audiences, because even from long established IPs like Dragon Age, when it came to the Veilguard, or Assassin's Creed Shadows, a lot of the people working on those titles and the people responsible for them probably had a similar mindset where they just felt that they were owed the audience's money. They didn't think that they had to earn the business of the audience. They thought like, well, we're an established IP, so we can do whatever we want. We can just crap in a box and sell it to them and they're going to buy it like good sheep. And that really hasn't been the case. People are a lot more selective now on what they're willing to part their money with. And we saw even long established IPs like those games have failed when they're openly antagonistic towards the audience. This one, it might have a good track record from the company, but a lot of people have grown rise to the idea that this isn't the same Naughty Dog that produced a lot of those hits. This is a completely different company, and this is a new IP from that company, and a lot of the stuff that they've been producing in recent years hasn't really gone over well with audiences. So if Tati Gabrielle thinks that they're just automatically going to have a success just because it's a Naughty Dog game, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think this game is actually going to do well, or do you think it's pretty much DOA? But comment below, let me know. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you can, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share the video out there, because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.